channel and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am bringing you a healthy lunch recipe as well as a healthy dinner recipe. If you are new around here, I'm actually on the WW plan. I'm on WW Purple, but I really don't feel like you need to be on any sort of plan at all to enjoy these recipes. And I have to say both of them were so good. The lunch recipe I ate for 2 or maybe 3 days in a row and I did not get tired of it. I loved it. The dressing that I made was so perfect, it lasted just enough time. And then the dinner recipe, oh my goodness, I already want to make it again. I know it might not look the most appetizing maybe, but it's so good. All those flavors, y'all just trust me on this one. You need to try it. It was so good. Darren loved it. My kids loved it. It was such a hit, and you would never know that it's low in points or a little bit more on the healthier side. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the recipes. So it is 11:11 today. I'm starting my day eating. I've had my coffee, but nothing else so far. But I am getting hungry and I don't really want to eat like a breakfast meal. Here's a big light bulb moment that I had a few years ago. You don't actually have to eat breakfast food for breakfast if you don't like it. If you'd rather eat chicken or something, go ahead and have that. So that's actually what I do a lot of the time. I'm going to be trying out these chicken breasts that I found at Walmart. They're the Purdue, no antibiotics, all that good stuff, free range chicken, and they're individually packaged in there. So I can just take one out every day and slice that up and do whatever I want to do to it. And the rest, you know, stay fresh throughout the week. I don't have to worry about repackaging it and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these out. I'm going to slice it up, and then we're going to season it with this Weber Mediterranean herb seasoning. So after I got all of our chicken tenderloins seasoned up, I just cooked these up in the air fryer, and I cooked them at about 350 degrees, probably for about 10 or 15 minutes, just until they reach 165 internal temperature. And I do like to go in between and just kind of give the whole little air fryer basket a toss. So while my chicken was cooking up, I went ahead and made myself a homemade dressing. This is kind of like a Greek style dressing. It was so delicious. So I just added 1/4 cup of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, a half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, added some salt, pepper, and then a half a teaspoon of oregano. And I just mixed that all together, and I did save it all in an airtight container, and this lasted me about 3 lunches. Alright, so now we're going to build our salad. I'm just using a plate today. I'm trying to find some like really wide but narrow salad bowls. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but if you know of any, let me know down in the comments. Anyway, for our greens today, we're just going to use baby arugula and baby spinach mix. Just thought that sounded good for the week. Alright, now we're going to add our chicken. I went ahead and just chopped it up. It's a little bit easier to eat like that. Also going to add some English cucumbers. Just left the skin on. I love using these kind of cucumbers. You can just leave the skin right on. Also, we're going to add some red bell pepper. I love how sweet it is. And I don't really love tomatoes, so I love that it still adds that red color. Also going to add some red onion. Next, we're going to add some Kalamata olives. Y'all know I'm obsessed with these. And you can have 11 little pieces of these for 1 point. So I don't always count them exactly, but I mean, they're olives. They're really good for you. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I would love some fat-free feta cheese. I just don't have any yet, but that would be delicious on here. Next, we're gonna add our dressing. I'm gonna give that a little, whoops, stir. It's been sitting here for a few minutes. And this should last about 4 servings. I'm just gonna do a tablespoon of this dressing. gonna stir all that up and it's gonna be so good. And this whole big salad is only 5 points. And does that not look delicious? Hey y'all, so I'm about to start working on our supper for tonight. And this recipe is one I'm hoping is gonna come together really deliciously. That's kind of hard to say. But the other day, I was doing my workout. I was walking on my treadmill and watching Paula Deen. If that is not the craziest thing ever, I don't know what is. I like to torture myself while I'm working out. Anyway, she made a taco pie. I knew when I watched it I could turn that into a WW friendly recipe. So that's what we're gonna make tonight. I think it should be really good. So we shall see. And of course, I will let you guys know the points of everything when we get done. All right, so first we are gonna brown up 1 pound of ground turkey. You can of course use ground beef if you want to, but for point's sake, we're gonna use ground turkey. All right, so my ground turkey is almost browned up. Next to that, we're gonna add 1 can of refried black beans. Now, you can be really careful and really specific about what black refried beans you buy. This brand right here, I'm not even gonna attempt that because I'm gonna butcher it. That right there, if you find that brand, they have a fat-free version, and those are 0 points. So I had 1 can of those I already used the other night. They were delicious. This one is not fat-free, but I'm gonna count this recipe as if they were for you guys. Y'all make sure you find the fat-free. If you do use this one, it adds, I'll put the total on the screen for both. The way I'm making it and the way I would recommend making it at the end. We're just gonna add the refried beans to our ground turkey. And if you're wondering where to find that, my mom found that kind at Ingles grocery store. But like I said, that's not the fat-free one. I found the fat-free one at Publix, if you have a Publix near you. All right, next we're gonna add a packet of taco seasoning. I'm adding chicken taco because that's what kind I had in the pantry. I think it'll work just fine. Pretty much all the same ingredients. And we're just gonna stir everything up together. All right, also to the pan, we're gonna add 1 small can of diced green chilies with the liquid and everything. All right, that's done, so I'm gonna set it to the side. All right, now time to assemble our pie. So you're gonna need some tortillas, any kind that you want. We are using the Banderita carb counter. These are only 1 point on purple per tortilla. I think it's 1 point on any plan, but I'm not totally sure. So we're only gonna use, let's see, I think we're gonna only use 3 of them. I'm gonna put 1 on the bottom. I'm using my little pie dish here. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of cut my mixture in half. So I'm gonna put half down. Now I'm gonna spread it all out. So I'm just making a layer with my meat and bean mixture. Now in Paula's recipe, she used 2 cups of cheese. I think she used Colby Jack cheese. But we're gonna use these Velveeta Shreds. These are less calories and less points. And I'm only gonna use a cup for the entire recipe. I'm just gonna stretch it and make it, you know, go further. All right, so I have a cup measured out. So my plan is going to be, I'm just gonna put a little bit in the middle layers, and I'm gonna save most of my cheese for on top. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Put another tortilla. Again, just a little sprinkle of cheese. And if anything, eating this way has really taught me like ingredients and stuff. A little bit can go further than what you think it can. All right, so this is gonna be my top layer. So I'm gonna add the rest of my meat mixture. All right, now before I top it with cheese, I'm gonna go ahead and bake it in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes. Everything in here is cooked, but I do want everything to kind of melt down and let those tortillas kind of suck everything up a little bit. And then we'll top it with cheese and bake it another 5 or 10 minutes. All right, our pie's been in there for about 15 minutes. I think that's probably good. Go ahead and bring it out. Now we're gonna top with cheese. Like I said, I saved most of that. So we'll have some yummy melty cheese on top. All right, now I'm gonna put it back in the oven. And I think I'm gonna turn my oven up to about maybe 400 just to melt that cheese really good. Alrighty y'all, here it is. Time to cut it up and give it a try. Alrighty y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like these recipes. And also if you are new, I would love for you to subscribe before you go if you would love to see more content like this. I hope you're all doing super amazing and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye y'all.